A.D. King, the brother of Dr. King, Alveda King, who's here as well, if you can raise your hand. The mother-in-law of Martin Luther King III, Miss Gladys Waters, if you would raise your hand. And I think the other boards, Glennis Waters and Catherine Waters, had to take little Yolanda Renee out to be with her. And so we thank God for their presence. Also,